Both the EU and ASEAN have a similar goal, regional integration. But their models couldn't be more different. While the EU has already established supranational institutions such as the EU Commission, ASEAN's members would rather retain their national sovereignty.
I think EU is something very unique, which is very different from other types of regionalism. This is a regional institution that agrees with this new notion where the nation states has to lose some of its sovereignty in order to make sure that the cooperation becomes much closer, the integration becomes more intense.
But there are signs of progress on the integration front. By the end of the year, ASEAN countries want to establish a joint economic zone that allows free movement of labor and capital without tariffs. That poses a challenge for the Asian economies, which are at very different stages of development. That's why they're looking westwards.
We will be able to gain knowledge from EU how it is narrowing the development gaps between the countries in the EU.
But the EU cannot serve as a blueprint for ASEAN. Open political confrontation that's common to Europe, for example, is unacceptable in much of Asia.
It will be not good for ASEAN to say that Europeans are impatient, but this is how we see the Europeans. But in Asia, particularly in ASEAN countries, we are patient. We will try to find ways to reach a common goal, consensus on important issues.
And consensus is one hallmark of a common cultural identity. That's something ASEAN countries still find hard to define.
If I go to Europe and I talk to different people, I think they see this identity emerging, and they see problems that all of them as a European have to deal with. In ASEAN, it is not progressed very well. They haven't started this process of creating this cultural identity, within the region themselves.
The EU, much like ASEAN, started as an economic and political union. Getting to a common cultural identity is a much taller order, but it's one that's necessary to bind regions together in both continents.